finally. Anthony cleared PMP with all above target. And what a journey we had with Anthony. Anthony joined us in batch 13. And interestingly, he was actually prepared even many days back. But interesting thing happened. He could not get a center, and he wanted to give exam in center because where he is giving one of his
Yes.
uh, one of his colleague, one of his friend gave the exam, but he had a very bad experience with the internet. So Anthony wanted to give exam in center. So he got the date of at least 1 month delay. I was strongly against that. Man, you can get over with it. You don't need to delay it. But it is what it is. He wanted to give exam in center and he did not have the option. But what we say in our language, Derai Durusai, at the end of the day, the thing matters what you did. So Anthony, congratulations for the entire from the entire PMP community on clearing PMP with all above target. So Anthony, you know that it's your journey. Share it in any way you like.
Thank you, sir. I think all credit goes to you
Okay.
because actually, since 2010, I wanted to embark on the PMP journey. Then, initially in 2011, I could only qualify for CAPM,
Okay.
which I tried and then I was not successful.
Okay. I
Then,
never knew that.
yes,
I never knew that.
it is a journey I kept to myself.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes. Then all along, my perception was that the PMP exam is only based on the PIM book. So I'll
Okay.
just be reading the PIM book. Then I think someone advised that I should add the Rita Marquez book. So I bought
Okay.
the book and the CD. But I read the book, I do the CD. He has some tests, but I really could not benefit. I never understood what it he meant, and then I mean he's talking about tools and techniques and other aspect, but I don't really get it. Yes. Then so then I decided to go for Prince 2. I did the foundation. Actually, I
Okay.
did the foundation with Eugene.
Okay. Okay.
Then Eugene suddenly, we were supposed to do the practice. Eugene suddenly told me I'm going for PMP. I said, oh, for me, I did it and I couldn't make it. So I was skeptical.
Okay.
Then he told
Okay.
me about, oh, Amir is there. There's this, if you want, I will add you one day to the coaching course so that you see how it goes. Then he
Okay.
added, one day he told me about a coaching call and I joined. I said, wow, the way it is, I think that I can make it from here. Yes. So then he said he was going to start. Then I was on leave. Then he told me, "Oh, I've already finished it." I said, "Wow!" Then he sent me. I said, "Hey, I've been running away all along from this." So then, if Eugene is able to make it, then I think the place is good. Let me also see how it will go. And so that's how come I sent you message for batch 13.
Okay.
So then
Okay.
when I joined batch 13, then I was surprised. You said that the exam is not only based on a pin book, but he said exams content outline. Then I said, but what is
Yes.
this? For how long? I don't know anything about this. So then when we started I think it was so fast, but I was getting along. But then I saw that, oh, then I could get everything from here. So why should I be struggling to read pin book, agile practice guide, and all those things? So then I decided to concentrate only on the material and the journey videos.
Okay.
Then I watched the journey videos also. then I watch also people who had completed and how they went through. When you post them, I'll be watching, especially about time management, and I mean how the examination condition is. So that is how it began. Then I remember when I was doing, I did the 50-50. Then you asked me to go for the mocks. Then I was doing them, but initially I was getting around 50. Then anyway, it started improving. I started improving. Then you asked me to go for the exam. So then I talked to Eugene. I said, Eugene, how should I say? Oh no, don't do it here because this place is so bad. You begin and then it will cut
So,
off. So it's
Anthony, before you move
yes,
forward, I want to set some context. Anthony keep referring Come Eugene. Come Eugene joined us in batch 10, and he was among the first few students who cleared batch 10. But he had a interesting story. I could put that story in the link. He tried to give PMP exam, and his IT guy ensured him that the internet would be good, but internet is what anyone can do. So when he was at the question number 122, what happened? Suddenly his internet got stopped, and then when it came back, the PMI Pearson said that sorry, we cannot take your exam further, and he got failed. He It was late night my time, so he basically messages a very good student, and he failed with a slight note there. Then I told him that's not your fault. The internet glitch was very small, so he went back to PMI. We both of us, we shared the screen, we talked to PMI, and we solved the issue in 3 days. He got his attempt back, and he was able to give the exam with that same money and all those things. And next time again he give the exam from home, and this time he scored massive, all above target. So that's why Come Eugene told Anthony not to give exam from this location. The internet is not good. Go to the center. Please, Anthony, go ahead.
yeah. So then I was relying also on Eugene. Then you told me that if you are ready, and I said the center, the internet connection here is very bad, so I don't want to risk it. As Eugene, the lessons from Eugene I have learned also, so I'll not be able. So then you said that you give me more marks. You gave me additional 6 marks when I finished the 4. You gave me additional 6. So then I was going through, but every day I was afraid of Anthony. Any update? Then when I received that message, I say, I need to go and do something quickly before I can reply to this email. Because if I don't have anything to show, I cannot reply this email. Yeah, so then I think you continue to follow me up. Even when the day I was leaving, you told me, so you are leaving, so how? I said, yes, I'm going for
Yeah,
the exams and
yeah, yeah,
yes.
and you were kind of shocked that I still remembered that you are.
Yes. so, so then I said, this man will follow me. If I don't clear this, then you see, even the thing that even I was having sleepless night because I said the way say is following me so much. If I go and I don't make it, I have to run away from this world. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yes. So then I remember even up to the last night, then you called. You say, oh, Anthony, how is your preparation towards the exams? I say, oh, so I'm on course. And this is, then you advise me on the time management and the 7 leadership role, collaboration. I think all those you told me about the night, I think you call me very late.
It was my time, 5:30
Yes.
a.m. Yeah, basically what happened, you and Sanaya both had exam. So first I messaged both of you. I was actually doing meditation, my sleeping meditation, which I do before sleeping. But when I started my meditation, suddenly my mind started talking, hey, Eugene have an exam. So I went, I stopped the meditation and messaged both of you, Eugene, Anthony, and Sarnaya. I messaged both of you, and first she replied. I said, "Let's have a call." She said, "Let's have a call." So I called her. After calling her, then I called you, and we discussed the entire thing.
Yeah, so I think it was wonderful because it's like what you told me. I got to the center early. I got to the center early at 8 a.m. And meanwhile, my examination was supposed to start at 11:30. Then I was telling them, please, if they could permit me to start because I, I don't know. Then the man agreed. He said there was one slot. Antonio, I'm going to consider you. Then suddenly he came back. He said, no, there's another person who has come and her time is now. She's doing some SAT or TOEFL something. So please wait for a while. When another seat becomes available, I will call you. So that I sat down and started going through my notes, whatever the journey. I have printed them. The journeys you made, I've printed them. And I was going through. And I think around 10, he came for me. He said, oh, there is a slot. Do you want to begin now? Then I said, yes. Then I remember the briefing exercise. So I did my briefing exercise. Then I've sat down for a long time. So I pinched my skin 3 times. Then I went to the washroom to wash my face. Well, came back. then, then I was admitted. Yes, and as you advised, you said I should go through everything. So I was going forward. And then question one came. I said, wow, this is the time. It has started. But surprisingly, I didn't get so much of long sentences questions. One or two. I think it was the third one that I had a few. So my questions were very few sentences. So then when I started, I saw that I realized that I was going too fast. Then I remember you told me to slow down. So then I slowed down because by the by I had finished around 40 questions within 35 minutes. Then I said, no, I'm supposed to slow down. So then then I slowed down. Then by 75 minutes, I have finished the first part. Then,
Okay, good. That's good.
you know, yes, there was a temptation to continue. And I said, no, say I should take a break. So, so I took a break. Yes. Then I went out, washed my face. Then I have brought some black coffee. Then I took the coffee, washed my face again. I think I couldn't stay for more than 5 minutes. I was tempted to come back. So I did my meditation and deep breathing, pinch my skin 3 times, and then I came back to sit down again for the second 60.
Okay, then.
Yes. So then I didn't even realize I was finishing the second 60. When I finished the second 60, then he asked whether I want to go for break. Then I saw that I have 80 minutes. I have 80 minutes. Yes. So then I took a break and came back. Then that was the last part.
You were the last
Yes.
guy.
Yes. So also I just went out, washed my face, and then did my deep breathing exercise, pinch my skin 3 times. Then I sat down for the third one. So actually, I didn't experience any fatigue. Before I realized, then I have finished. I'm on the last question. Whoa. I remember the last question was about risk management. I said, oh, this is the last question. Then You know, one aspect also is that I told you that me, I don't review questions. When I finish, they gave me the option to review. I say for me, every time when I finish questions and I go back to review, I go back selecting, changing the correct answers to the wrong one. So I don't review.
Yeah,
To the
I
last,
that's it. Yeah, I don't
yes,
review. Yeah.
I never review. So then I go to the last one. I say, this is a risk. Because I was not seeing a lot of risk questions. Then I said,
Okay.
oh, this question is about risk. Then
Okay.
as soon as I click it, I said, no, let me wait for the results. Let me see. And I saw congratulations. I said, whoa, finally, it is done.
So
So
that's why that was a great journey, Anthony. Anthony, which area was most highly targeted? People, team.
because I saw a lot of hybrid questions, but it was a lot of teams, you
A lot
know.
of team.
And sir,
Mhm.
every question will end with, you are the project manager. What will you do? What will you have
Mhm.
done? So I was surprised.
Mhm.
Oh, from the first to the last, it was the same thing. Same thing. So I read the last line first. I look at the options, then I go to read the questions slowly. Slowly,
Mhm.
because most of the time I'm tempted to read faster. But then I go
Sure.
slowly. Slowly, then
Mhm.
I come. When I come, I could see that two answers I could eliminate them straight. They were off.
Mhm.
And the other two, I look at the two analyze, I said, this is it. So
Mhm.
that is how it is. I was surprised because all the questions I was see they are all situational.
Okay.
Even I had a power interest grade. There is
You
a
cannot share
grade
the
you,
you cannot share the real
yeah,
question.
yeah, I will
You
not
cannot.
share. But they don't tell you straight that this is this. They only tell you this is the accountant, he's this is the this, he's this. Then you drag and drop you in the grid. It's like this.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Anthony, how many drags and drop you got?
I think I got only two.
Okay. Any
Two.
formula question? Any formula question?
No, 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 no. I didn't get any formula question. There was one question on schedule, but
Mhm.
it's also it gave you the sentence and also the SPI. Only the SPI, it gives you the SPI, the figure. Then it asks you if you are the project manager, because
Okay.
this project is on schedule, but this is the SPI that is given to you. So what is your recommendation?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Anthony, your final advice to PMP aspirant.
No, because my final word to PMP aspirant is I ran so many years looking at so many materials, and then when I got to you you made it so simple. So I couldn't imagine this is how it goes. So then
Thank you.
I
Thank
remember you told us that you get it first, then you can go and read other materials, because I left everything concentrated on what we were doing and also the journey videos. And that was all. And I was surprised that even when I sat down, most the questions are like what we were doing in mocks. You say, okay, you are in a team, two people are fighting. As a project manager, what will you do? The team has come back to you and said that we don't want this person in our group. What will you do? The same somewhat leader mentality. But I couldn't differentiate between people, process, and business environment because they are all situational. They are all
Yeah.
situational. So it's only the seven leadership mentality that you can use there. I'm telling you,
Seven
you
leadership,
cannot
seven
differentiate this
leadership
is yes,
yeah, seven leadership
yes,
mentality and agile
yes,
mindset. So
yes,
Anthony, this is a very important thing. Now you know my mantra of life is each one teach one. Each one teach one. Now the you come you gain helped you, assisted you. Now it's your goal. Many of your batchmate still
Yes,
haven't
our
cleared
badge. Yes,
when
sir.
you need to guide them. And you also know you are in a PMP aspirant group. I saw yesterday you put your guidelines, the people putting the question, you need to help them. And
Yes,
also
sir.
one more thing, I want you to write down the PMP questions,
Okay,
exam
sir.
questions. Yeah, that is
Yes, sir.
important. And
Yes, sir.
with that, I wish you best of luck for your future endeavors. And it's just the start of journey. So
Yes,
welcome.
sir. I
Thank you
think
very much.
for me, I would like to say thank you very much because
Sure.
it has not been easy.
Yeah.
And now it's
Thank
like
you.
a dream. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Okay, sir. Yeah, so I'll be in the group.